Good evening, Farmington Hills. I would like to welcome you to our regular meeting, our regular session meeting for February the 13th, 2023. And as we start all of our meetings, we're going to start that with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you'll join me in standing for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Just as we get ready to do the roll call, obviously there are only 4 of us here tonight, and both the mayor and the mayor pro tem are not able to make it, so we did go through a procedural selection, and so I'm going to be running the meeting, and Mr. Bridges is going to serve as our mayor pro tem this evening. So with that, Deputy Clerk, would you like to call the roll?
Yes, Council Members Bridges.
Here.
Knoll. Here. Massey.
Here.
And Newland. Here. Thank you.
Wonderful. So after the roll call, what we need is a motion to move forward with our regular agenda.
I'll make a motion for the approval of the regular session meeting agenda.
It's been moved by Councilwoman Knoll and
Second?
seconded by Councilwoman Newland. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0 with 3 absences. That moves us on to the item of correspondence. Anybody have any correspondence that hasn't been shared with the rest of council? Okay, I had one piece of a letter just asking about some staging of equipment, and I think maybe it only looked, okay, so yeah, because it was just, so I did pass mine on to the city manager. All right, moving on to consent agenda. And all items on the consent agenda are considered routine, administrative, and non-controversial by the City Council and are generally enacted by one motion. There's no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests, in which event the items may be removed from the consent agenda for consideration. Mr. Bridges, please read the consent agenda.
We'll do Councilmember Massey, thank you for the opportunity. Item number 3, recommend approval of a special event permit for the Farmington Community Library to hold food truck Tuesday starting April through September 2023. Item 4, recommend approval of award of proposal for occupational health services, including drug and alcohol testing to Henry Ford Health, Department of Occupational Health for 1 year with possible extensions, CMR 2-23-17. Item 5, recommend approval of award of bid for heavy-duty 60 zero-turn rotor mower to Weingart Supply Company in the amount of $15,599. This is CMR 2-2318. Item 6, recommend approval of award of bid for fire extinguisher inspection, maintenance, testing, and certification to Eastman Fire Protection Company, LLC, in an estimated amount of $10,000 for a period of 1 year with possible extensions. This is CMR 2-2319. Item 7, recommend approval of award of contract for the Quaker Valley Road Culverts Reconstruction Project to Anglin Civil, LLC, in the amount of $2,349,239.17. This is CMR 2-2320. Item 8, recommended approval and extension of agreement for 2023 Heritage Park asphalt path resurfacing project with Hutch Paving in the amount of $86,967. This is CMR 2-2321. Item 9, recommend approval and extension of agreement. I'm sorry, I just read that. I'm sorry. Item 9, recommended approval of employment under Section 10.01A of the City Charter for a swim instructor. Item 10, recommend approval of a City Council Goals Study Session meeting minutes of January 21st, 2023. Item 11, recommend approval of City Council study session meeting minutes of January 23rd, 2023. And item 12, recommend approval of City Council regular session meeting minutes of January 23rd, 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Bridges. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda as published this evening.
Thank you.
Support?
It's been moved by Councilwoman Newland and supported by Councilwoman Knoll. This is a roll call vote.
Yes. Council members Newland,
Yes.
Massey,
Yes.
Knoll,
Yes.
and Bridges.
Yes.
Thank you.
That brings us to public questions and comments. If any member of the public wishes to come forward and address council on any issue that's not otherwise on the agenda, you have up to 5 minutes to do that. Seeing no big rush to approach the microphone, I'm going to go ahead and close public comments, bring it back to council for council member comments and announcements. Anybody? No calls. Oh, it's a quiet bunch. Okay. So that sends it over to the city manager for your update. Mr. Mector.
Good evening, and thank you, Councilman Massey. I have no report this evening. It's been very quiet for the last 2 weeks, and I'm happy to report I don't have a report this evening, so thank you.
Okay. We're heading for a new record here.
We are.
That brings us to new business, item number 2.
Okay, so I am going to make a motion for item 2 here.
I'll
Well, I
introduce
can
it.
give you want to give the background?
I'm just going to say the item is consideration of rescheduling the regular city council meeting, which would normally be held on March 27th, 2023. Now to you. Ms.
Right,
Knoll.
and because the National League of Cities Convention is March 26th through 28th, I will make a motion that we move the council meeting to March 20, which would be the week before.
Is there support?
I'll support.
It's been moved by Councilwoman Knoll, supported by Councilwoman Newland, to move the second March meeting to that of March 20. Any discussion? Hearing none. This is a regular vote. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. There's no opposition, so the motion passes 4-0 with 3 absences. And that now moves us on to the city attorney's report. Are there any questions for the city attorney on his report? Thank you very much for your report, Mr. Japek.
Very welcome.
And unless you guys really have a lot of other things, now would be a time for a motion to
I'll make a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
So,
Been moved, supported. There's no discussion on a motion to adjourn, so good night, Farmington Hills. We are adjourned.